My turn.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. I'm not back far enough for your serve.
You weren't ready for it? Coach is not letting this one go. Good one, Coach.
Oh, what a way to warm up the body. You grab your paddle, you hit a couple dinks, and before you know it, the game has started. The first serve lands deep, and you mess up return. Before you know it, you've given away several points. Not exactly the best way to start your day, is it? Now, if you want to play your best from the minute you hit the court, then you need to warm up these pickleball shots. And we're going to show you how. Hey everybody, my name is CJ Johnson, and together with my partner Tony Roy, we help players of all ages live their best lives on and off the pickleball courts. Pickleball players want to play their best from the moment they hit the courts. The problem is, most of us don't warm up the shots we need to hit before we get to our first game. I've enlisted Coach Tony to help me show you all the shots that you need to hit before you play your first game if you want to play optimally. Oh, and make sure you stick to the very end because we've got not one, but two bonuses to help you to get ready to play your best. So I have asked the one and only Coach Tony to come and help me show you all the shots that you need to hit before you play your first game if you want to play your best pickleball. So now, typical of most pickleball players, we are going to start with the straight on dink.
Like the straight on dink to start, CJ, but I know you've already warmed up and I think you have a bonus on that later. So I'm going to start moving you around, Coach.
You're going to move me around?
Get you ready to move, yeah.
What if my body wasn't ready?
Oh, I hope it is, because you're a professional, Coach. Nice. Whoops.
All right, so once you've warmed up that straight dink, now it's time to get some cross-court dinks, because I don't know about you, Tony. I think the majority of dinks that I see during a game are cross-court dinks.
Agreed. It's an easier dink to hit, got more room to work with, and that's a little bit lower in the middle, right? So it's a good shot to have in your arsenal and ready to play with.
And you notice we're also trying to move each other around. We're going to the backhand side, to the forehand side.
And I missed it, Coach.
And when he misses or I miss, the ball is going to roll off the net, switch sides so that you can dink from the other side.
Different experience from here, Coach.
It is. One side you're probably going to use your forehand more. One side you're probably going to use your backhand more. I like to think, too, Tony, I like to think about being like really agile and starting to move from my knees and my hips while I'm doing this. Now that we've done our dinks, we are going to work on two different things. Tony's going to work on one thing, I'm going to work on something different. We're going to start with a straight on dink, and I am going to start to move my way back from the non-volley zone line to the baseline, spending some time in the transition zone, as well as spending some time at the baseline. Tony, what are you going to be working on?
I'm going to work on trying to push you back with a punch volley if I can get out of the air. If it lands, it's also a punch volley in my book. So that's what I'm going to be working on.
Okay, so we're going to start with the dink. And as I move backwards, Coach Tony is going to use that punch volley to push me back.
Nice one, Coach.
And I'm trying to, I got to clear that net, Tony. I mean, if there's one thing that kills me is I don't want to hit the net. I'd rather hit it high than hit it into the net. I do not want to put that in my brain when I go out to play.
I don't think, Coach, that players understand the difficulty of trying to speak and dink at the same time in a video, but nice, Coach.
So when I'm back there, then I'm going to start to come up here. And I'm probably going to spend some time in the transition zone. I'm going to give Tony an opportunity that if I can't keep that ball low, that he should attack me with that shot, because I don't know about your friends, but my friends attack a shot that I hit high.
You get a high ball in pickleball, it's coming down hard, so you might as well practice it before you get it in the game.
So by the magic of the camera, I have worked my way back up to the non-volley zone line, and Tony did the same exact thing. He worked his way back and forward, and I got a chance to practice my punch volleys. So now we're going to practice some volleys here at the NVZ. What are we going to do, Coach Tony?
This is a fast hands concept, and the idea is that when you're playing, oftentimes you get into these firefights, right, Coach, where you're just up here battling up at the non-volley zone line with volleys. So we're going to hit a few back and forth, cooperative. The idea here is to, go ahead, Coach, is to work on our is to get our tracking of the ball, right? Boom, and nice control. Sorry, coach. Is to get nice control of our shots, right? Boom, and keep that ball in play. Because when the rally starts, the game starts, and the things get hot, we want to make sure that we can keep those volleys in play. If you want a bonus that's going to show you a modified fast hands where you can do it inside the non-volley zone line, sounds weird, but it really works. We're going to put that video somewhere up in here.
All right, now you're going to notice that Coach Tony and I have moved back to the baseline. We just want to warm up. We are going to do serve and return in a bit, but we want to warm up our ground strokes first.
And coach, what I like to think about here is not trying to muscle these balls, right? Just nice and smooth ball, just trying to get the ball deep, warm up my shoulder, right? Warm up my body, get my shots going to the deep part of the court. Part of the warm up is all.
I like to think about my footwork, right? Moving to the ball and, again, staying nice and agile as well as tracking the ball.
And that's really going to warm up that shoulder, hitting those balls deep.
Exactly. So now that we started to warm up the ground strokes, your body's ready to hit some drives. So Tony's going to hit some drives. I'm going to block the ball. So again, we're doing two different shots here. I'm doing block volley, Tony's driving the ball. So
Coach, I'm going to start nice and relaxed here. I don't want to blast you off the court at first, right? I want to get you some nice rhythm for you. I don't want your first ball to be a bang during a game, right? Excellent, coach. Work on that before we get started. Otherwise, you see that first bang, you're like, oh my God, I didn't practice that.
Right. And when you do this, generally I would say, because Tony can hit the ball really hard, and he wasn't in that instance, because when you're warming up, start slow, add the speed afterwards. It's not good for his shoulder to go 100 miles an hour right away, and it's not good for my brain to have to block a ball that's coming fast at me immediately. Give yourself a little bit of time to hit these shots before you add speed to them. All right, so now we are going to our opposite sides. We are going to do some serves and we're going to do some returns. So I'm serving, Tony's returning. We're not hitting a third shot.
Coach, I think players forget here to warm up their return. I see players all the time warm up their serves, but they don't seem to warm up their return to serve.
Now I'm going to keep hitting a few because those are a little too short for my liking. Ooh. All right, nice deep, ooh, that was a nice deep return with a lot of spin on it. All right, I am not going to give up the serve until I hit one or two deep. All right, there we go, that's better. Nice return. I'm gonna hit one more, you can catch this and keep this one.
Nice,
there
excellent.
We go.
Save the best for last, coach.
I did. All right, we've changed places. Now I'm back and Tony's turn to serve. So I'm hitting returns. Go ahead, Tony, you can serve.
Nice one, coach. Perfect. Excellent return. And what I would say, coach, is once we hit a few of there, we should switch sides and go the other way.
Exactly. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that I have a bonus, and you kind of blew a little bit of it, but it's still coming. So I made him give us a double bonus. So Coach Tony has a bonus for us. What are we going to do, Coach?
The key here is we want to bring all of the shots together. What we don't want to do, particularly in a competitive setting, is to have our very first rally, full rally, be counted, right? So like our first rally is at 0-0-2. No, we're going to play a couple of rallies before we even start the game by using a skinny singles, coach, if I may.
All right.
What I'm going to do is coach and I are going to go back, and you can play it cross court or straight. We're just going to play straight right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve, coach will return, and then we're just going to play out the rally. Nice one, coach. So I get to work on my resetting. Nice, coach. Coach is not letting this one go. Good one, coach.
Oh, what a way to warm up the body.
Now we switch up. Coach gets a serve, I return, and that way I get to move up to the non-volley zone. Go ahead, coach. So I'm going to return. I'm going to move in. Coach gets to work on her third shot. Nice one, coach. Nice one. Almost. So this way you get to work on every part of the rally before 0-0-2.
All right, so we've got that one more bonus for you. If you really want to play your best the first game, you need to warm up your body before you hit these shots. And we've got a video right over here for you. Now, Coach, we got a challenge for them. We want them to put down in the comments how many shots did we warm up doing this quick warm-up activity.
It was a lot.
It was. I don't know how many. Put them down in the comments. All right. Together, we can train smart, live bold, and age well.
You tired of dealing with bangers? We got you covered.